By 1877, Indians had become practically non-existent in the U.S. After years of cruelty suffered by the native people, the last that any of them had was a reservation near the Dakotas. Sitting Bull fled to live in Canada after fighting in the U.S. The U.S. felt that he was theirs, while Canada wanted nothing to do with him. So Sitting Bull is arrested by the U.S. as a military prisoner, while his people return to live on the reservation. The government, greedier for Indian land than ever, debate whether they should break up the Sioux reservation or not. The Indians are stuck and need help. In prison, Sitting Bull advises the Indians not to give up their land. However, expert negotiator Newton Edmonds takes 14,000 miles of it away from the Indians. Although Edmonds had obtained many signatures from the Indians, he did not have the necessary 3/4 majority as the Treaty of 1868 states to pass the bill, so a council was formed to resolve the issue. Sitting Bull shoots down the white man's words and proves his power by ending the council. Later, Sitting Bull tries to apologize for his actions only to be verbally attacked by politicians. In the months that followed, around 1883, Sitting Bull took time to join Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild West show, unaware that on the reservation James McLaughlin was trying to convert the Indians into white men. The government plans to scare the Indians into selling the land, and if that doesn't work, they will risk breaking the Treaty of 1868. General George Crook, who was trusted by the Indians, was persuaded to head another commission responsible for getting the next round of required Indian signatures. Going to agencies on the reservation, his patient and non-aggressive approach seemed to be working, but to seal the deal, he needed the signatures of a strong-willed group of Sioux. Sitting Bull convinced these Indians not to sign. However, McLaughlin secretly met with Standing Rock's John Grass and persuades him to make a speech in favor of giving up the land. So at a final commission council on August 3, 1890, Sitting Bull arrives as Grass makes his speech. However, this time he was not able to stop the majority from signing away enough land to break up the reservation into smaller fractions. Sitting Bull knew there was little time before the unstoppable white men would flood the broken-up reservation. Sad and hopeless, he and the last stronghold of Indians wanted something to believe in. According to Kicking Bear, Christ the Messiah promised him and his people that if they danced the steps of the ghost dance, the white men would disappear and their land would return. Buffalo would roam and the spirits of ancestors would be free. The government believes the ghost dance is Sitting Bull's fault and see it as an opportunity to be rid of him. Meanwhile, soldiers are positioned around the reservations. Regardless, Indian police go to arrest Sitting Bull. His ghost dancing people protest, but Sitting Bull goes peacefully. But where there are defensive Indians and determined soldiers, there's bound to be a fight. Sure enough, there was. The ghost dance religion keeps the Indians from uprising following Sitting Bull's death. Afraid and with their leader gone, the Hunkpapas flee to Red Cloud and Bigfoot's agencies. As the Hunkpapas arrive at Cherry Creek, Bigfoot begins to experience symptoms of pneumonia. Bigfoot, his people, and the Hunkpapas begin to travel to Red Cloud at Pine Ridge. Like most of America, Wounded Knee was once a sacred place. After he died, the great Indian Crazy Horse had his heart buried there. The captive Indians were counted and set up, just as Colonel James Forsyth arrived with his regiment. Many of Forsyth's men fought at Little Bighorn 14 years earlier against some of the same Indians being held at Wounded Knee. These Indians feared the white men might have some ill feelings and special hate towards them. Deaf Indian Black Coyote accidentally fires his gun, scared by the pressuring soldiers who soon open fire. Men, women, and children, all defenseless, flee into the woods and hills, slain by the soldiers set up in position.